Newbee's turn to ban. LFY's turn to ban. NewBee's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. LFY's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. NewBee's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining.
More points indeed. It's definitely what Newbee will be looking for. He says they're okay with the top 3. Do you think they've got their work cut out right now?
Yeah, I mean, he did at least. He gave some pretty diplomatic bullshit answers where he was like, yeah, everyone's strong and it's a new patch and everyone has yet to figure things out and everyone's good. So, yeah. Like the teams he said were good was like, oh, Mineski won a minor and like, of course, Liquid and VP. But other than that, he didn't really say anything about anyone. But what he did say is that we're still trying to figure out the patch. Yeah. And we're still experimenting. And that is what Game 1 was, in a way, right?
Yeah, well, it was a heavy experimentation,
I don't think that was like the first time they've ever run something like that. But I do think that this is definitely something that is new and has not been really fleshed out all the way. So,
all right, heading to draft number 2, and we've got identical bans.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, did they take out the I think they took the Beastmaster out in the second phase last time. LFY.
Oh. I thought they took it out in first, but
you know what I want to do?
What did they take out instead?
Not really sure.
Yeah, these are the same.
I want to get I want to see SEC do one of those interviews, but after he's had a few drinks. Because I know he's a military man, and military loves its alcohol, so I'm sure he would be a lot more forthcoming. If we just put a few drinks in him.
He was very forthcoming about himself. Like that little thing where he's like, it breaks your heart to see somebody else win. That's like, he just doesn't want to flame, you know? He's a nice boy. What can you say?
Yeah, but you know if you put some alcohol in him, he's gonna throw down some things.
Oh, God, they're doing it. They're going in.
Oh, my God.
They decided to take it.
Okay, well, we discussed this in the first game. For those at home that have just joined us, how do we get here? We'll just explain why we said they wouldn't go with the Oracle.
Well, we talked about it as like the laning issue was the problem Cap had with it. I liked it last game because I felt like there was a lot of magical damage that was coming out already from Newbee, and it was LFY that we were talking about taking it. It's FateTX amazing against that. And I'm not sure if it's really the pick here. Taking it this early on, I mean, there's a lot of heroes that just kind of destroy Oracle, and you can run them over. And
Cap's lost it. Cap's like, I'm done. Get me out of here.
Dude, Newbee literally just looked at it and said, like, LFY left the Wyvern out there. That must be the hero we shouldn't pick. And then went for Oracle instead. They're like, gotcha. You thought we were going to take Wyvern, but Oh,
God, what is this game going to be?
Oh. Tanking do
It's going to be a tough game for Newbee. That's what it's going to be.
Already. They haven't even picked fifths of their team.
Okay, so Deuce is one of those traditionally like really good heroes against Death Prophet, because in the mid lane, for example, the Snake works very well because Death Prophet doesn't really want to approach into the Deusa to be able to get the Spirit Drain, because the Snake will bounce onto him after hitting the melee creeps and do a lot of damage, give mana back to the Deusa, just make her tankier in general. And then on top of that, great hero to stand in front of towers. Hard for you to be able to run a Death Prophet exorcism push strategy when the Death Prophet's standing there saying you have to go through me first. So Dusa ends up being a great pickup despite it being so early. It does kind of set the tempo and counters one of the big cores here of Newbee. So it's acceptable, even though traditionally you do not want to see this hero on the 1-2.
The other thing that I'm
seeing... Avenge bans?
Well, anti-mage is because of the Dusa. You don't want to get the mana drain and have to deal with that. Venge, I guess it's mainly because position 1 combo together with Dusa, it's a ridiculous amount of damage. And then basically, you know, you can pump her up, you're able to save her if things go wrong. The thing that I'm really worried about, though, is that if you look at Newbee's draft, it's going to be about saving the Death Prophet, but they have a Sand King who's really great at being able to find, if you have vision of him, disable the Oracle and blow him up really quickly. And then you're sort of left with this thing like, all right, am I going to save myself as Oracle or am I going to save the DP? And I think LFY can build into more burst damage here as well.
I just gone.
I believe Newbee should try and play super fast this game. Nyx Assassin, sure, that's acceptable, whatever. Great 4 position against the Dusa, but they gotta play a really fast game here, and have a lot of mobility to be able to get to the back line, because the last thing you want to do is just 5-man into the Dusa straight up. So you gotta get some high mobile blinking heroes that shove out lanes, that sort of thing.
You're really frustrated with this.
No, I mean, I'm okay with it.
I get the sense that you're really annoyed.
No, I'm not annoyed. I just thought it was funny that they picked the Oracle when it was so clearly like the Wyvern was given out there by LFY. They're like, we're going to ban the Beastmaster this time. Wyvern's out there. And Newbee's like, no, we don't want it.
It's a bait.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, I think Oracle can work. He got a little bit of love for his talents. I think that there's like a Fate's Edict cooldown one, which could be pretty effective against Medusa if you can get to those levels. Because, you know, you get the disarm on her. It's a little bit annoying to deal with. But at the end of the day, it's all these like little gimmicky things, right? It's things that feel like you're not... Maybe that's where you have the strong, you know, backbone of the Death Prophet who's able to carry you through it. But it's going to be a lot upon DP to carry this one. And I'm not exactly even sure really what it is that Mugi needs to go for here. Because he needs something big that's quick. I like Sven again, maybe.
I mean, I would say pick up their offlaner now, but unless they feel like maybe PL or something, I don't know what else is in danger of being banned by LFY. Their strategy so far. Bat Rider. That is... I think that's okay. It does... It's pretty mobile. It gives you information. The danger is that potentially you're going to be looking at a situation where you're going for a single target pick that turns into global silence and then Sand King counter initiating on you. So it is going to be a bit dangerous game for Newbee in that regard. LFY's lineup is pretty slow with this silencer. Like between the Dusa and the silencer, like you're not the most active support nor the most active core. So it is possible that Newbee can just run you over here. They could definitely snowball this game. But they have to have a carry that actually ends the game for them. So you either need a carry that you feel counters the Dusa adequately, or you counter the timing of these heroes, and you just give yourself a lineup that pushes high ground fast. Like, you know, Joe Ranger or Terrorblade or something.
CK scares me right now also if I'm Newbee. So many times you can just like armlet, get into a blink dagger at a decent time and blow somebody up, and that will kill DP very quickly. And while there is save, like, I don't know, Oracle isn't going to be enough. There's no way that they're going to have enough heals to keep them alive if CK reality rifts DP and keeps her under fire for a couple hits. So, again, it's like you're in this awkward situation. Maybe you could take like an Ursa or something for Newbee. I don't know. A Roche-taking hero would be good. Something that you can take Roche so you don't have to use Exorcism for it. But then you're running like Safeway and Ursa too. Pretty rough.
Turn to pick.
All their offlane has been banned. Because Clock's not good this game. Doom's been banned. And Tidehunter is out.
Yeah, it's sort of a weird one. Maybe they could go like Legion. Oh, there's Clock.
So they're going to run Clock against... I don't think Death Prophet particularly cares about Clock too much. Batrider doesn't really care. I guess it's good for just getting to the back line. And honestly, you just needed a faster pace hero. And like nobody really feels that like Earthshaker offlane is that strong. So there are very few offlaners left that would have taken that kind of tempo to the game. You have to just have an offlaner that is very self-sufficient and can fight early.
Whoa.
Okay, Monkey King has been frequently picked up against Chaos Knights. And it is a faster hero. I'm okay with Newbee's lineup, actually.
Okay, so it rescued itself a little bit.
I still think that LFY is going to take this one. I think that they have the vision to find the Oracle, and if they find the Oracle, then that's going to be the end of the fight pretty much. So I'm taking LFY.
I like the concept of Monkey King, Death Prophet together. I'm actually going to go Newbee this game.
Interesting, considering after 2 picks, his head nearly fell off and exploded. But nevertheless, have they rescued their draft? Have they rescued their match? Let's find out as we head into game number 2.
All right, LFY, they looked very good. They're in game number 1 here against Newbee. Newbee trying something a little bit different. Kinda. They're going with the Death Prophet. It's been a popular hero. You were talking about that in general this tournament. They throw the Oracle flare in there a little bit, though. Lyrical kind of calling that one, so.
Yeah, Oracle being picked first 2 is very interesting.
Okay, that's one way to put it.
Haven't seen it a lot, and when we have seen it, it was more of this like really OP era of the hero.
Yeah.
It can definitely work. They have a strong lineup. Monkey King last pick, of course, to hard counter the CK. Once he gets his Battle Fury up, CK is going to have a very hard time actually killing him inside of the ultimate. So I think Newbee has a pretty good lineup, so does LFY. So 5-5, I don't really give anyone a draft advantage here. So.
All right.
But if it goes like last game, LFY really just outplayed them completely. They out-tempoed them, so let's hope Newbee can kind of recoup.
That's the game plan here, if you're Newbee. And obviously a much better team than what we saw in that first game. It's one of those series, too, where, you know, don't overthink the first game. The best of teams that's happened to them before.
Yeah, you can always come back. You win a second game, can win a third game.
Yeah.
But I think Newbee do have the faster lineup this game. They do need level 6 on Nyx and Bat to get really active. But once that actually happens, it's going to be quite easy to overrun the LFY lineup, I think. Because Silencer is very easy to catch out of position. Then once you don't have the global silence, then you can't really kill a DP.
Yeah. Because
you can't silence the Oracle, you just ult her, of course. So I think they have a lot of good and nice ways to play around the LFY lineup. But so does LFY, as I said. Oh, it's going to be coming down to outplays, positioning.
So try to be fast and furious if you're Newbee.
Basically. As you know, Dom.
Hopefully they're Vin Diesel fans.
Dom, I'm Dom.
Yeah, you are Dom, yeah.
I'm Dom. Hey, Dom.
Have you seen every single Fast and Furious movie?
I have.
But
only because he's named Dom.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
I only watch because of the name.
Do you feel good that you have?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what matters, I guess.
Wouldn't you like to watch your own name own? Dom is pretty furious.
I've watched every Nicolas Cage movie because his name is Nicholas and it's my name, yeah, so.
Yeah, see?
I see what you're saying now,
Exactly, yeah. Makes sense, right?
All right, we're getting off track here. Anyways, Monkey King's interesting to me. You mentioned the idea of the Battle Fury, you know, good against Chaos Knight. Also a defusal option for the Medusa.
Yeah.
So
he's going to go into both, probably. Yeah. Like Battle Fury, BKB, defusal, something like that. His damage up is very high.
Batrider, KP, is he dead right here? Very likely, actually.
He's very cocky.
Yeah, he's dead. That's going to be a first blood. DDC picks it up, and similar to last game, first blood in favor of LFY right away.
And -2.
There you go. The intelligence, a little bit smarter.
Or
his silencer
a little bit more stupid.
Or a little dumber, yeah. On the other side.
But
that's
yeah, I think he wanted to like get into the jungle and kind of pull the creep wave away. And didn't expect 3 heroes there, I guess. But that was... It's rough for him now.
Yeah.
His lane's going to be very hard now.
So Medusa going to have to deal with this Nyx Assassin. Again, this was a second pick Medusa. There's reasons why you don't second pick a Medusa.
Yeah.
This is kind of one of them, right? Where Newbee fit in that Nyx Assassin just
Nyx
nicely.
Assassin is a super hard counter to Medusa for sure.
Yeah.
And You don't generally want to go for BKB or Medusa, but this game might be a game where he has to go BKB.
Okay.
Both the Spike Carapace as well as the mana burn, of course.
The Lincolns doesn't really take care of that.
No, it doesn't, because you still have the split shot, especially 25 with like a Mjolnir. Lightning is always going to hit the Nyx and you're going to get stunned for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. And you don't want to get perma-stunned for like 5 seconds. Not cool.
We'll see the progress of Medusa throughout this game, but early on in the laning phase, a lot of pressure coming out for SCCC, but you see the returning favor from Super, so a lot of back and forth damage. Top lane, just saying hello.
Medusa doesn't really lose the lane to anyone. The hero is kind of just like 5-5ing at least. It's a very strong mid hero right now in this patch. So it's completely fine to first 2-pick him. As I said, not a lot of heroes count him in the lane.
Bottom lane, we have Monkey King. Not free farming down here, but probably going to be getting some good farm, I would think. He's 5-2 right now. Clockwork, of course, doing his best to harass. Going up against that Oracle support. So Oracle, I mean, again, on paper, to me, I've always suggested Oracle feels like overall a very strong support in that somewhat high skill cap too, because using everything together with the Purifying Flames to heal, also deal damage. I mean, his skill set actually, he could do a lot, basically, I guess is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Do you think Oracle is underrated maybe because of that, or is there a weakness that really stands out to you?
I've seen really good Oracle players and they just completely demolished my team. It's not only that you can save your teammates with the Fates edit, you can also put it on enemy heroes so they don't attack anymore.
Yeah.
The New King is really important that you don't heal the enemy. There's a lot of good stuff that you can do with it.
Really with him, yeah.
We'll see right here. That and just
Purifying Flames level 1 even. It's a lot of damage.
Yeah, but that was mainly Monkey King with the once you got the Jingu Mastery stacks up. There was a small mistake by Clock. And yeah, well, DP can't really fight Medusa through the mana shield.
No.
Have to be a bit careful.
Work. There's that Ring of Aquila.
Yeah.
Finished
Medusa's
on
getting
him.
a bit low actually. Not Medusa, I mean DP. Gotta be a bit careful.
And then there's Chaos Knight at the top lane, of course, having a very good time. 13-9 now.
Yeah, usually his item build is going Treads into Midas into an Armlet. We'll see whether he goes for the Midas this game because it's very slow and they already have a Medusa. So I wouldn't suggest the Midas.
So it needs something that comes online a little quicker, getting that Armlet basically.
He's getting Armlet first, yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense here. See how that progress looks. Bottom lane, it seems like Clockwork playing pretty aggressive, pulling the creep wave even against Faith, though the Courier flying on by. Not going to be able to do anything against that, though, but...
Taking a lot of damage from the Oracle. Gotta be a bit careful.
Almost as good as me.
Yeah, and Flame is definitely playing pretty manly down here at the bottom lane. Of course, he did die not too long ago. To keep that in mind. But you're pretty certain that we're going to see the Battle Fury build on Monkey King.
I think
just makes sense
he has to, because otherwise he can't deal with the CK at all. And picking the Monkey into a CK makes me think that he like planned it right from the start already. And it's not a bad build at all. You flash farm really fast.
Yeah.
Jump around trees.
Oh, it feels really good.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, they're going to actually root the Clockwork right here. Primal Spring in. Good coordination from a team of Newbee. And we weren't saying that a lot last game.
Yeah.
This game, that looks good for Newbee early on.
Yeah, the coordination is definitely better, at least early on, as you said. And hopefully they can translate that into the later parts of the game as well.
4 minutes in, top lane. Ooh, Chaos Knight even going for a reality rift right there. KP just flying in the trees, though, burning everything down.
Bad Rider is so annoying to deal with once he's actually in the trees. If you can't go on him before he fireflies, then it's almost impossible to get him.
I love this. The Monkey King, he actually drops tower aggro while going in the tree form there, and he leaps away. KP, though, back to the top lane. Sand King and the Silencer applying more pressure, but again, can't really kill him in the end. It's going to zone him out completely. Allow CK to continue his free farm as he gets level 5 in the meantime.
Yeah, so he's going for the fast arm instead of the Midas. I really like that. You don't want to do it with a Medusa. More like if you have a Puck and you kind of need to secure the late game, then you go for a Midas.
Okay.
I'll take your tribute.
Bottom lane again, though, it seems like that's where the focus is if you're Newbee.
Yeah, you want to make sure this Monkey can get free farm for sure.
Fortune's in, it connects, the root comes out, Primal's bringing it into the cog trap. Yeah. Sand King's going to TP in here, can he get here in time? Yes, he can, he saves the day for Clockwork, pops the salve, and he will ultimately survive. So close, yet so far. Good escape there from Clockwork, more so on the part of Afu, though.
Yeah. Oh, he actually went to the shrine. No, he didn't go to the shrine, he just flashed up. Going back to bot lane. Clock almost level 5, whereas Bad Rider is... he's going to be 4.5 after the stack, so somewhat similar. the Nyx is very low level though. He's not even level 3 yet, and hitting 6 minutes, especially on the Nyx, is a very big deal because you need the ultimate, you need the mana boots. He actually almost has the mana boots. But
okay, well, his
not even level 3 yet. Yeah, his
bad necessarily. It's just the levels. Yeah, is not the greatest right here. Doesn't even have a spiked carapace just yet because of that.
Yeah. Unfortunate shrine timing because they are missing both for bounty runes.
Well, they're gonna find a kill on a clockwork, so maybe it is fortunate in the end.
Yeah, maybe it
works out.
One observer ward on the Nyx, by the way. I think he's gonna put an aggro ward down soon, even though they already have one. Curious why he's carrying that one around.
Bat Rider again. Oh, this time going to be Reality Rift pulled in. The Chaos Ball connects, but
one
Silencer can't really assist the best there.
Usually you can't really kill if you don't have a follow-up stun on Chaos Knight because the build is usually maxing the second spell now, which means you can only get a 2-second stun.
Again, Afu here to try to save the day. He might have cost himself his own life, though. Final strike already happening. Primal Spring in the cogs, not going to block too much. He finally goes for the Primal Spring, but Afu actually too far away, and he will survive. Mystic Snake now in response. Faith, he's dying. Battery is all going to start taking him down. Faith Zeta coming out. He says kill me. It's just going to take long, though. Goes a long way, and finally they will finish him off. Meanwhile, Exorcism dealing plenty of damage to the tower with Barrel Strike just out of range of stunning Death Prophet, and SCCC will keep his distance. So ends up being a kill on an Oracle, at least for LFY.
Yeah, you don't really lose anything by popping the DP ult there because you had Arcane Rune, so 1 minute cooldown for him. And how much HP does the bot tower have? 400 health. Very good damage on the bottom tower, and as I said, in 1 minute they can just take it. And it's very important for the Nyx as well because he needs the level 6, as we said, and he's taking mid lane right now. And so is the Silencer. So it's kind of just a support battle in the mid lane.
What do you think about Bat Rider and his item build? A lot of Bat Riders have had a tendency to go with the drums, especially earlier on before the Blink Dagger. Do you think that could work this game?
But this game he could go drums because they have the Nyx to be a playmaker once he reaches 6. But generally, I'm just a bigger fan of the Blink Dagger first, because I feel it gives you like so much more. You can also farm very fast with it. But the drums is more like a team fight kind of item build-ish.
Exactly, yeah.
Which you can go for, as I said, if you have the Nyx level 6. At this rate, he's going to have it at around like 12 minutes.
Meanwhile, Oracle gets found by a couple. Faith Zedic going to mitigate a little bit of damage right here, but not going to be enough in the end. Faith will go down. A good find from the Dire side. That's the first time we've seen Silencer really moving around the map. He's been at the top lane for the most part. Top lane, speaking of it, Kaka coming up here with KP. Lasso not ready to go, turns around with the Phantasm. Kaka, he just starts melting because of that. Despite Carapace will save him a little bit, but probably just going to delay the inevitable. Reality Rift pull in, he will finish the job. Wukong's man, though, coming out now in response. Clockwork just walks on out of it, though. He's going to be fine. Movie regretting that decision now. Reality Rift pull in onto the Oracle. The heal's not going to be enough to save him either. Monet just getting kill after kill. He says, I want a third kill. Damn it, the hat trick coming out. Poor Monet playing the Chaos Knight. Now Moogie, he's on their one. I'm going to see a quad kill, actually. Oh, no, that's a disaster this time around for Newbee. Just when we were talking about how the coordination was looking so good for them. That time, it was just a little bit behind as far as responding.
And also the Monkey King doesn't really offer too much in the early game, especially if you go for the Primal String. So taking the teamfight top was very risky for Newbee, and absolutely didn't pay off. Sadly, the Ultra kill was denied from the Chaos Knight, but yeah. He has his arms up already, actually. Minute 9.
That's ridiculous.
On a Chaos Knight.
Who needs a hand of Midas when...
he's so bad. I mean, you look at the net worth, he's at 5k, and Monkey's at 3.7. What?
That's
well, good luck dealing with him.
Yeah, no, he's... And Chaos Knight, one of those heroes, again, the armlet alone, similar to like a Lifestealer, for example, one of these carries where that's the item that really turns him on, you know, starts that snowball
it takes
effect.
This game up a notch there for sure. And
we scared.
We see the Battle Fury queued up for the Monkey King as well, but he's pretty far away from it. He's had a really good lane, but then he slowed down a lot because he tried to kill a lot. And it didn't really pay off for him.
Ooh, flame break. Yeah, it's going to set up the lasso, actually. Remember, this is just a silencer, so, you know, a fair amount being used right here, but they'll get it.
And at the same time, Oracle died top lane. The same thing basically happened.
Eye for an eye.
Both supports wanted to just greedily get levels, and they both get punished for it. You always want to punish supports when they do that kind of stuff, because just letting them get away with it and getting a free level 6 is never good.
Exactly.
Because you're so much stronger than the support at the time, just kill them. Every time.
Which of those is more important for level 6, the Silencer or the Oracle, you think, as far as how this game's going? Well, both are pretty impactful.
Well, the thing is, if Oracle reaches 6 before Silencer, then the hard counter, which is the Silencer, is not level 6, so you can actually pull the combo off. But once Silencer at 6, as I said, he's a hard counter to Oracle. They can just initiate on the DP Global Silence, and the Oracle can't really do anything about it. Until he gets like a Lotus Orb or Greaves, which will probably not happen this game.
It's going to be a while. Afu, bottom lane, Boundless Strike will take him out of the Sandstorm, but he's actually going for the turn kill, isn't he? Mogi's realizing this. Primal springs into the trees. A rocket coming out from Clockwork. They spot him. They know he's in the area. They eat the tree, and Mogi, he's going to die as a result. The Chaos Knight pulls him to the downhill, and even see Medusa coming over, throwing out the Mystic Snake to get part of the action there.
Quelling Blade and Clockwork, such value.
Oh yeah, especially against the Monkey King. You'll see more of those. Nature's Prophet, another hero that comes to mind, of course.
Yeah.
To the value Quelling Blade. No more Iron Talon though. R.I.P.
No more Iron Talon.
Are you happy about that? Was that a change that you were happy to see?
It made a lot of heroes much harder to play, like Ember Spirit and stuff. But if you lose the lane, you can't really do much anymore now. Because before you would just go into the jungle with Iron Talon. You can't really do it anymore. So yeah, you know, it's not good or bad, it's just different.
It's just different, all right. Yeah. I can appreciate that.
We've got to find new ideas to get the heroes through now.
I like the logic there. Middle lane, level 6 on Nyx Assassin, so he has Vendetta, but probably not going to come into play right here unless they don't have detection. Which they don't. I guess they don't. And so actually it will come into play. And he just walks away. So the tower's going to be killed at least, but how about that? I'm sure they're going to try to make a point to carry detection, especially Clockwork's a hero that should have this dust on it.
Right. They're also pushing in bot lane at the same time. The CK has to be a bit careful because they can TP into the bot lane and actually... Never mind, he's going back already. Could have set up a gank on him. DP traded the top tower with Exorcism.
Okay.
Right.
He doesn't really have much yet, does he? 1100 gold though.
He's going for Yules, yeah. He still needs like another 1.5k for the Yules. You look at the net buff, he's actually, compared to the Dire core, it's quite poor. The CK is sitting at 6.5k.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like an anti-mage right now.
He is farming like crazy. That was the top lane, right? I mean, he got involved in all 4 kills. He got 3 of them himself, the assist on the other. I mean, you have a fight like that early on, then understandably, that hero's going to start snowballing. So,
and on a hero like CK, it's so scary because his early game is okay, but his mid-late game is just absurd how strong he gets.
You get a hard on that guy, it's just...
You get a BKB hard, and
what do you do?
Cool, you have Monkey King with Battle Fury, and your 10 monkeys hit the illusions and what, but they're not going to die.
Yeah. Especially with the new static resistance as well, so it's just controlling him is that much more difficult.
Wow.
What do we got? That was the top lane?
Yeah, he actually hooked the Monkey King during his jump.
Oh.
But then he didn't manage to actually cut the tree while he hooked him. So
got you.
It looked really funny. He was like in the air and he got hooked in the air.
I was like, I'm sitting here watching the Chaos Knight kill creep to the bottom like, wait, what was that? Did I miss something? Yeah, all right. So missed the kill up there at the top lane.
Well, it wasn't a kill. It was just a kill attempt.
Or the kill attempt, yeah. The top lane. Monkey King, speaking of that Battle Fury, it's one more component now.
And Bad Rider going for the blink first, as we said. Very good this game. And Kale.
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 What does that mean, Black?
Well, it's basically lagging like it's stuck. Literally translated, it means it's stuck.
Well, now we know. All right, they say go, so it should be a quick one.
No more Kale.
No more Kale.
Kale over.
Hopefully. I guess there's a wooden desk and a knock on it, just in case.
It was really funny when the English people read it for the first time. It was like Kale, Kale.
Yeah, that's what I used to think it was. Kale, yeah. I hate that stuff.
It is not the best.
Monkey King, the Demon Edge, of course, still needs a little bit for it, but
1700 gold for him.
Battle Fury finished.
Blink Dagger on the Battle Rider online now, so he's probably going to look up the smoke and get an initiation going somewhere.
Yeah, they need that.
Yeah, they definitely need it. They're pretty far behind right now.
2,000 net worth overall, but again, you kind of look where those resources are right now.
And the problem is also they're against the CK and Medusa and you're 2k gold behind. Usually those heroes are not the fastest in the early game and they're still ahead of you. That's the scary part here.
Chaos Knight's also going to have an Echo Saber here very shortly, and that's
he already has it. He just needs to deliver it
on top of the armlet.
And he's going BKB next, and then I assume hard,
possibly, So that's
it's going to be hidden for like 250 damage per illusion and sit at like 4k health. Good.
Or maybe a Meteor Hammer. Maybe you're throwing one of those.
Yeah, if you get a 4 second stun, why not?
Middle lane, smoke is up, tanking and Clockwork. Gonna see who they can find. Oh, might be Death Prophet. Yes, it will. There is support nearby, though. False Promise. Oh, but he used it on the Bat Rider, actually. Misclicked right there, I believe. Oh no, they did click it on that Death Prophet. Excuse me. It looked like it was on the Bat Rider for a second. So will save as Triple C. The Stone Gate's coming out now in response from Medusa. Gonna scare them off from chasing. It does stone up the Monkey King.
No one's dying.
No one actually died throughout that. So the false promise does come into play. Bat Rider does get the last one on Clockwork. But Bat Rider has to be careful himself not to fall to that. The Mystic Snake bouncing around. Bat Rider will keep his distance. Sand King went back in. He eventually will be the first victim of the fight. Chaos Knight, he's like, what are you doing, Nyx Assassin? Come hug me, please. And he dies very quickly as a result of that. So after all of that, it's only a 1-for-1.
I mean, 2 supports dying, 2 position 4s dying, and Newbee actually saw the smoke of LFY, so the Oracle instantly ulted when he got hooked. The silence was even slower. He pressed it instantly as the hook connected, but it was actually too slow because the Oracle already expected it to happen.
Got the promise off, yeah.
Instantly got the promise off.
I thought he misclicked, but
it didn't. They did not have exorcism, right? Because it didn't commit it. They're going on the DP again.
They're going to kill him this time, it looks like. Yeah, no Oracle. Like, yeah, where's your buddy now?
CK just melted him.
Yeah, no, that's expected, right? I mean, with his farm, that's what he's going to do here.
Yeah, it was half health with 2 hits, and it didn't even crit.
Who needs Phantasm?
If
Solo CK is
If you crit that hit, he's probably going to lose half health from 1 hit.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Nyx Assassin at the end of that fight. He just melted too.
I mean, the problem is, look at DP's armor. He got 6. Reality Rift removes 7. So it's sitting at -1. 1 crit for 600 is just going to remove 1.5 your health.
Yeah. Oh, Bat Rider, he's found the Clockwork. Battery Assault, helping to lock him down. And there's some stolen intelligence once again.
They're getting... Just like last game, early game looked quite okay. But then, just like come mid-game, they just get out-tempoed and outplayed at every turn. Like, they try to make stuff happen, but it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like they saw the smoke, they tried to set up really smartly for it, and they did, and they still couldn't make it work.
No.
LFY is playing really, really well.
Yeah, but is that maybe an issue with going a Battle Fury build on Monkey King? Is that it's taken forever?
Yeah, definitely a lot
slower.
slower.
Doesn't have it. Yeah. I mean, 17 minutes into the game.
But it's because he's having a really rough game. His rotations didn't work out at all. Usually, if you free farm on a safe lane with Monkey King, you have it around 12 minutes because it's like the first major item you go for. You usually got like Threats, Aquila, to Battle Fury, and he's like pretty far behind right now when it comes to gold.
Yeah.
Smoking up again.
They're gonna try again. Vendetta is ready for Nyx Assassin.
They're missing the damage heroes though.
Ooh, they scanned them, by the way. Up here. So the smoke from LFY, they're going to be scanned though. Bat Rider jumps in, just comes down. Here we go. Rider pulling it on the last one though. Locked up Silencer. Silencer cannot get the ultimate opposite result. So an eye for an eye right there. Bat Rider for the Silencer. Bro Strike though. Still not into Chaos Knight with the Phantasm. Moogie's going to be saved by that false promise. Only for so long though. I'm pretty sure Moogie's going to die as soon as that wears off. Oracle's trying his hardest, but he goes down. There's the triple kill with Moogie falling. Down goes Oracle. And it's just as Triple C versus the world, and the world is going to be the victor here. Down he goes. A 5-for-1. All they lost was a Silencer, which they lost off the bat there to Bat Rider.
What is DD? They're going to get Roche as well. This game is looking very dire now. Because Newbee was supposed to win the early game with their combination they've had, but they're like 8k gold behind after this Roche kill now.
Yeah.
Aegis on the CK, BKB, and 200 gold. This guy is unstoppable. You look at his net worth, 11k. He actually he really does look like an anti-mage or alchemist right now.
He does.
And on a CK, it is so scary. There's nothing scarier than a CK farm like that.
I mean, see right here, the Afu hit a hell of a burrow strike kind of in the middle of the fight, obviously, after the reset, but also a great reaction from Chaos Knight initially on the Bat Rider, who had jumped in. And the fact that that fight went so horribly for Newbee, even killing Silencer without the global ultimate, definitely says something.
I can promise you, though, Newbee would have won that fight had the monkey purchased his Battle Fury, because he had the money for it, but he had not purchased it. So all the hits of the monkeys actually don't do anything to CK, because they don't splash.
No.
But had they had the Battle Fury, they would have won that fight for sure.
Well, it's not only that, it's because Battle Fury itself is great, but the component he was missing was the Demon Edge. That's all the damage right there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, really when it comes to right-clicking, like, it's basically nothing. Yeah. Like, yeah, it's understandable that that did go pretty poorly there.
And now CK has his BKB up, level 15, 2.5k health without the armlet activated. He's a monster.
I feel like we're just keep going back to the CK here for good reason, man. He's absolutely a monster. 11.2 thousand.
We didn't even talk a lot about the Medusa, but they have to go through a CK and a Medusa.
Yeah.
And they're both incredibly tanky. I don't know where the damage is coming from.
Well, CK also level 15. He got the 15 strength at level 15 talent, 5 total stats at level 10. So that's just adding up. I mean, yeah, 3,000 life when he has the armlet toggled.
Yeah.
Like, We're only 20 minutes into the game.
Feels bad, man.
3,000 life. Absurd. Drums just about finished on Bat Rider, so some progress being made for Newbee.
And Monkey also just picked up his Battle Fury, so that's good. Yule's picked up on DP. He needs some armor. He needs a Solar Crest. He needs a casual plate, man. He needs something. Because you can't be negative armor against the CK. He would just blow you up in one hit. Oracle might not even be able to react. Just a poof.
Poof. Thin air.
Literally poof.
Silencer does have the urn. A Spirit Vessel could be fun this game, but at this point, you know, really any items that LFY gets on top of what they have is just nice luxury.
We didn't talk about Medusa too much yet. He went a Hurricane Pike first and is going to Lincoln's next, actually.
Yeah. A little different.
I'm pretty sure he just wants to support the CK right now because he sees the CK can pretty much solo carry the game at this point.
Yeah, why bother going carry yourself? No Mask of Madness, Manchester needed here. CK though off the bat, Bat Rider again gets countered though by the Burrow Strike as well as Global Sign. Pulling with the Reality Rift as a result. Bat Rider goes down, and next in line is that Death Prophet. Gonna be safe for now. Heals up in the air as well as the False Promise. You do hear the Stone Gates going off in the midst of this Epicenter coming out, and Oracle. He's gonna feel the pain of that with the Burrow Strike. SCC though heals on up due to the False Promise save from Oracle, and they will hold at the base actually. They kill Medusa, 2-for-1 trade in favor of Newbee, so that's a positive. Somehow it worked out very well for them. Oh, we're not done just yet though. Mixed Assassin.
Setting up a trap without a sentry ward though.
There you're right. They could not see him. They go for the pull into the backlines onto SCC, so actually they aren't going to get the kill on a CK. The Aegis bringing it back up though.
They have to be careful here. They kind of
doesn't have his BKB. Oracle caught up top. Meanwhile though, the Reality Rift one shot. Basically at half life at the time, but they still want this kill on a CK. Damn it, will it pay off in the end?
CK should be
He's going
dead,
for the turn of Mixed Assassin, but you're right. Chaos Knight is finally starting to drop, and the unstoppable streak actually coming out from Clockwork, who ended up getting a kill himself, but they do finish off CK. Yules in flame. He's probably dead after all of this, and the Primal Spring to finish the job there. So Newbee. That's a feels-good fight for them.
So we said they can't combat the CK at all, which is mainly because they can't kill the illusions. But if you waste your illusions on the tower and you don't have the DPS that those provide, you actually just not Chaos Knight anymore. You know, it's just like a kind of weak version of it. And he did nothing in a team fight actually, because the illusions were instantly killed, and the Medusa. I actually didn't see how he died. I guess he just got focused by DP.
Yeah, I already noticed that, honestly.
But yeah, the CK completely wasted his ultimate. They were a bit too over-eager to finish the game right there, or to go high ground. They didn't even get any tower damage done, like 300 only.
They were so focused killing Death Prophet, but the False Promise negated all that.
That's because the silence was mistimed. Like, he instantly just global silenced. And
you see right here.
Yeah.
We'll get an idea of how Super did die, because I'm with you. I was focused so much on the Death Prophet, especially that there's a Balance Strike stunning him, and Mana Shield's wearing off right there. Yeah, it was just the Wukongs, man. Wukongs and the Spirit Siphon, and then the Crypt Storm actually kills him there at the end. So, but as well as Newbee played that, as you do see in the top lane, Kaka gonna have to try to get out for a staff. A nice Burrow Strike. Probably gonna finish him off. There you go.
I'm sure LFY is gonna slow down a bit now. They're just gonna take the tier 2 towers. You really don't need to force yourself to go high ground. You got Medusa, you got CK. Late game is definitely yours. So just calm down, play the slower game.
Yeah, let's not oversell how well that was for Newbee. They still have a tough climb out of it, for sure. But hey, here's another step up that climb. CK gonna be pulled away. He pops the BKB, pops the Phantasm, and he's looking to fight now, and he picks off Monkey King very quickly. Down goes SCC as well. And just when you think Newbee has a little bit of an opening, it just shuts closed immediately. Triple kill for the CK. That's just how quickly things can turn with this hero.
It was actually the best case scenario for Newbee already. They went on the CK, they got the Wukong command off before Global Silence, and they still didn't manage to kill the CK. But this time he had his illusions out and just bursted the heroes. Also, a slight mistake from the Oracle, he actually ulted the Bad Rider as opposed to DP or Monkey.
Oh,
so
did he? Okay.
The two DPS heroes actually just got killed immediately by the CK. They got completely blown up.
12-1-7 is Chaos Knight. That's a very good stat line this early on in the game. So you see right here.
I really like the decision that they don't just go high ground again. Take it slow, take the tier 2 towers, contain the enemy, wait for Roshan, Aegis cheese, and then go. Because CK is going to have his heart soon, and then you can actually properly siege. You get to half health, you just go out, region up, do the same thing over and over.
So taking out more objectives. Showing the replay right there. Now LFY falling back.
They also got a Lincoln Sphere now, and Bad Rider doesn't have a force staff yet. That means they can actually siege high ground safely, where the CK just Lincolns him, and they can't really trigger it too easily. What else? Blade Mail on clock. He's working his own 4-staff. 1,000 gold for hard on CK.
Medusa, level 18.5. Again, 20, very important for her. That much harder to kill. Especially with the way she's building here.
Right now, she's not really a big factor in teamfights. She's just Stone Gaze pretty much because he built very defensively. Both the Lincolns and Hurricane Pike. As I said, like he's leaving the damage up to the CK pretty much.
Well, I'm kind of wondering, now that you mention that, with this level 20, do we see the 2.5-second Stone Gaze duration? Like, that could be interesting. Because as you're suggesting, I mean, he's essentially playing a...
You never want to do that because late game, you still want to transition to this really scary Medusa.
Okay.
And if you go for the other talent, you're missing the 800 mana. And it makes you a lot weaker.
Yeah.
So he's going for his Skadi next. We see that for Super all the time. His Medusa. He doesn't go for the Mask of Madness. Wait, I heard a Lincoln's pop.
That was the Medusa middle lane's mana burn.
Oh, mana burn, okay.
After the fact.
Like, a lot of Medusas just go Mask of Madness, Yasha, like all these efficiency items to farm, but he's just always playing the very stable style, going Hurricane Pike, going Lincolns, going to that Skadi after.
What about actually an Ags next instead of the Skadi? Like, obviously he's committed to the Skadi at this point, but just for conversation's sake. An Ags here, because again, I'm really trying to think of that he's not necessarily this focused core that we usually see in Medusa.
Ags you only want to build against the CK because it instantly kills the illusions.
Okay.
But against other heroes, like, it can work, but you're too committed. You're too committed to the like supportive kind of Medusa. You have a hard time transitioning later on.
Yeah.
And you still want to become this raid boss later on. But as we said, they have the CK to deal with right now. But what happens when the Medusa is also as big as the CK? You have to like kill 2 heroes at a 4k health.
Yeah,
that's not gonna happen.
Then you really don't win that game.
Yeah.
So that's what LFY is trying to get at here, and obviously things have slowing down a fair amount for the time being. But
at this point, LFY is just waiting for Roshan, which is gonna respawn in 1 minute. They don't know that, of course.
Okay. Something to look forward to for them. Death Prophet has a Lincoln Sphere here to go with the Yules. So just building to stay alive. Of course, that with the Oracle on top of it.
I don't like the Lincolns too much. I really think he needs some armor. He's still only got 10 armor, and it's not going to save him for sure. But they're smoking into the CK.
Here we go. CK, the last of initiation. Global Science does come out of response pretty quickly. The BKB now activated. The reality is pulling it. Nyx Assassin is deleted from the game. Boogie, he does fight back, by the way, on Nyx Assassin. Boogie beats the Wukong's command off. You see Monet realizing he has to get out of there. Epicenter coming in from Afu. As Triple C will survive in the backlash. El Medusa with that Stone Gaze. The Wukong is just too strong, man. And he'll die in the midst of the fight right here. So Medusa goes down, so does Sand King. And actually, numbers-wise, Newbee does come out on top. Remember, Nyx Assassin did buy back.
Yeah, Roshan is also about to respawn. But Newbee doesn't have Exorcism, so I probably can't take it. And it was really well played by the Oracle. He put the Fate's Edict on the Monkey just as the Sand King ult connected. Otherwise, the Monkey would have actually died.
Yeah.
And then the Wukong is over, and they would actually lose that teamfight. So well played from Faith's side. Kale.
Here comes the Kale.
Got some more Kale on the menu.
Fate's Edict save. Yeah, see the replay here. To see what you're talking about.
Even though CK got his ult off with full health, they still lost the teamfight.
I mean, Nyx Assassin just blowed.
I mean, you look at the Wukong command, it completely destroys the CK illusions.
Yeah, they just...
and look at the epicenter now.
You're right, the Fate's Edict coming out right there, you're right, yeah. If that doesn't come out, Moogie very possibly does die.
A little problem LFY is running into right now is CK is actually the only hero dealing damage. So after his illusions are like out of the fight, they have nothing. Because the Medusa itemized like he did, like the supportive kind, and very, very troublesome for the LFY team right now. Yeah, CK is massive, but he can't play 1v5. Because they got the hard counter and the Monkey, as we spoke about before. He's almost closing into BKB as well, actually. I'm curious whether CK is going to skill the Reality Pierce's spell immunity or 150 GPM. I really want to see the Pierce of the spell immunity.
The level 20 talent there.
Yeah, he's almost 20.
I mean, you got the BKB coming along, as you just mentioned, so perhaps if he sees that, if anything.
But he definitely saw the Ogre Club, so he knows what he's going for.
It's a good idea.
He went for the Pierce. So it's going to be... You know, the Monkey's going to feel safe, and it's just going to get pulled in by the CK illusions because you're not really used to it yet. It's like, boom. Explode. Unless you're in Wukong's command, because then you get a 20 bonus armor.
That's a lot of armor.
Yeah, there's a lot of armor.
Benefit from here.
Puts him at 34. And then at level 25 you get like plus an additional 100 if you skills that, and he actually can't die. Kind of like an Omni-Net ultimate.
Yeah. So both sides definitely have some threat here in the very late game, especially.
Yeah. Roshan is up now. Both sides know it. I think they both scouted it.
You got Silencer confirming that for sure. He'll step in. And now they definitely know. So LFY figuring is now the time, or do we really want to do this just yet? I mean, with the positioning currently, they could at least start it, as we see.
DP went for a Ghost Scepter, by the way. Haven't mentioned that yet. And
okay.
It's very important for her because they have no purge at all. So they can't really get through the Ghost Scepter. If he reality rifts the DP and he just Ghost Scepters, nothing will happen. He basically just wasted reality rift.
Ooh, smoke gank. Here we go. All 5.
All 5. They didn't see it, yeah.
Medusa.
They're going to go to the first target. No, they don't want to jump into Medusa.
We'll scout them, but as you pointed out, not when they want to jump. Spiked Carapace does stun her. Monkey King, he was not seen. He's got the Shadow Blade up. Bat Rider going to jump in on the Sand King in the backlines. Meanwhile, response coming out. Silencer, that's actually Clockwork in the midst of it. Global Silence was activated. Bat Rider goes down. Wukong's command on top of Monet. He gets out of it, though. They will lose the Sand King. Monet split up from his team. He pops the Phantasm Army, but a big Balance Strike shot at the same time he does it. Double kill coming out for S-Triple-C. And it's just Medusa. What can she do, though? Not much damage, as we've been talking about. Forges in, locking her in place. Immediately gets taken off, but now the Spear Siphon is up. There's that Stone Gate, so it's going to save it for the time being. Stone up on a Nyx Assassin. No buybacks happening. Bat Rider does have one available if need be. False Promise will save Kaka right now, as Clockwork tries to go one direction, his teammates the other, but they end up losing the Silencer, and Medusa still going to be ran down as beefy as she is, unless she force dashes over the ledge, makes the getaway. No TP though. She's going to keep running, however, and may actually somehow escape out of here, or maybe not.
He's running through creep vision now, so they definitely know where she is.
Muggy's in pursuit. Yep. She's going to buy a TP.
And try to TP, but Monkey's just going to cancel it instantly.
Yeah. He's got the Shadow Blade, going to sit on top of her, goes for the TP. Here comes the Boundless, and that's probably going to be a dead Medusa now to finish it off. I got to tell you, it feels like Newbee,
they control the game now.
It seems like it.
Because CK, you saw him, the team fight, he was afraid to actually ult inside of the Wukong's command, because all the illusions will just instantly disappear. You can look at him here. Gonna come up soon. He blows one up with BKB, but then he doesn't want to ult because it's a Wukong command.
Okay.
He kills the Bat Rider and runs actually out, and then does it afterwards. But he's completely isolated from his team. 1v4, he would just completely get blown up.
Yep. That's one of the great things about Wukong's command as well, is amongst it just being a nice damage tool in fights, and it's such a good zoning tool. And you saw right there a perfect example of it, where he went to one side just to simply get out of it, and as you mentioned, the rest of his team was completely on the other side.
There was a big miscommunication from the LFY side, and it really cost them. And still, they're not going to get any damage items up. Wait, I heard a lasso.
That's a lasso jump onto Clockwork. Probably a free kill there, is it? Yes, it is. Balance Strike helps finish it.
Yeah, like, where's the damage coming from now? Medusa's building into his Skadi. Yeah, it's good, you can tank, but
unless CK can just get that blow up immediately, but that's where also Oracle's coming into play, I feel like. You know, obviously he wants to be able to do that to something like the Death Prophet or even the Monkey himself, but Oracle is just going to be there ready to react.
Yeah.
It calls for it. So this is going to be a Roshan in favor of the Radiant team.
It really comes down to the CK surviving the fight and just dealing all the damage by himself. They need to make sure he doesn't die. The Medusa actually needs to go in first. They need to protect the CK.
Are they defending this? They want to. Reanimator pulling KB, goes after. It's going to save him for the time being. Buy some time as well for Roshan to die. Bat Rider's just going the other direction. He's like, chase me, please. There goes Roshan. Afu snipes the Aegis, so he picks it up. Afu continues to make the big plays. The Sandstorm, he is going to end up dying at the end, but he's going to come back with full life and full mana. They do lose Bat Rider. Phantasm also still ready to go with the BKB. Medusa, though, no more Stone Gaze. A big stun from Afu in the backlines coming out from that Aegis. They want to retreat, though, does LFY. Newbee, the Exorcism, chasing down Medusa, yields up in the air. They're going to be forced to fight the Poland. Oh, that's Triple C. Are we going to see him save with the False Promise? Pops the concept, though, and Dust will take the damage. Boogie eats the cheese as well, and Monet has to get the hell on out of there, so nobody dying in that exchange somehow. But as I say that, Kaka's now going to be run down. Basic disarming the Chaos Knight for the time being. The going to Vizax for Nixas opens back up, and Chaos Knight will fall. Great fight for Newbee somehow, even with the Aegis being sniped. And they continue to be in control now, and probably going to get objectives off of this.
We saw the Ghost Scepter pick up on DP, completely saving the team fight there. He would have blown up if he didn't have it. He's completing his Shiva's God now, so it's going to get harder and harder for LFY to actually fight. The CK didn't have any item progression. We talked about how far ahead of the Monkey he was. Now Monkey and him are neck and neck. And yeah, he's just like 3-4 times without getting a single gold, like a single piece of gold. He's sitting at 800, and he's been sitting at 800 for the past 5 minutes.
it's amazing how different, as you see the sniper right here coming out, that Chaos Knight has felt in this game in terms of the early game dominance to once you start playing, you know, with the coordination that Newbee's been playing as, and just the kite factor especially. Yeah. And again, that Battle Fury alone, it really did help change so much.
I mean, the biggest issue, if you look back a bit, was the bottom Rex fight, where they really threw away the Aegis as well as the CK. And that was just the game-turning fight, because they were too far behind. They couldn't have left the base otherwise. Would have been contained. But LFY made a little mistake. Newbee capitalized on it, and now Newbee is ahead, like, very, very far.
Look at Mugi right there, 4-4 and 12. Importantly, though, he's been involved in 16 of the 18 kills. So
yeah, Mugi's playing very well. After a rough early game, he recovered nicely. And at this rate, he's actually going to finish his AC before the CK, even though CK has been working on for like 10 minutes.
I can't believe he's on top of net worth, too.
Yeah.
It's just...
And DP is third. DP was really
amazing to me. Yeah, just talk about that. I mean, obviously the graph also shows that there's just so many examples as to how this game has just swung from one way to the other.
Yeah, that's why I don't like so many defensive items on Medusa, though. It just doesn't feel like she's a threat in his team fights.
It goes back to that, yes. And that's not even a hindsight thing to say. You were really pushing that earlier on in the game as well when they were ahead, so... That's,
it's like nice that you want to support the CK and stuff, but you really don't want to
just rely on that.
Yeah, you can't just rely on it.
Oh wow, they're really trying for this. Will it backfire? The Bat Rider going to be stopped up from the Global Science. Shiva's even popping, just left and right for both sides. Neither one really wants to fully engage right here. Spirit Siphon on a Clockwork. As Triple C, he's like, all right, I'll go in. Yeah, as the exorcism him up, so
just running after him.
Yeah, it's going to be enough for the kill most likely. Yeah, the Cogs ain't going to save him there. Pram will spring in. And they'll finish off Clockwork at least, so they get one kill out of it. AC just finished by the Monkey King as well.
Yeah, they will have a tiny window where Exorcism is down, but the Monkey King ult is still the bigger threat here. And CK will never want to fight into that. They actually finished up an Aghanim Scepter on the Nyx Assassin as well.
Oh, yeah.
So he's going to be such a nuisance to deal with now.
Yeah, and the mana burn, so much more range to work with. You see right there, Link is going to be taken off. Fortune's in.
Clockball back.
Clockwork does fly back. They want to find this BKB popped immediately. They're going for the kill on a Nyx Assassin. The false promise and the push away as he's burned into the ground. Wukong's man, great positioning once again. Clockwork in the back lane just throwing up the cogs, hoping to stall them. Kaka though will survive, throws up more pills. He goes back to full life. Medusa in the midst of it with the mana shield. They're going to end up losing Clockwork though, winning too deep. And the Pearl Stone, that was an Impale Stun actually hitting the Medusa right there. Bat right it out. CK does find him. They will lose more though. Medusa eventually falls, and CK, it feels like it's just himself all of a sudden. It's him and Sand King. He can't even kill the damn Oracle. The kite is too real, man. He's going after him, but the Fates, they just have so many ways to deal with the Chaos Knight especially.
I mean, you look at the Newbee's itemization. Monkey King went for tank items purely after the Battle Fury. He went Shadowblade as well to be able to initiate. Look at DP. Ghost Scepter, Linken's, Shiva's Guard. They're all just tanking up because they know the only damage source is the CK. And as you said, he couldn't even kill the Oracle because of all the defensive items.
Yeah. And we're going to have level 25s coming out here soon as well. They take out the bottom racks. I mean, will that even matter? You have 40 seconds still for Medusa.
The game is probably going to end before
That's true. They're going for tier 4. This is probably it.
Exorcism in 40, Noble Kong Command up in 30, and game over.
Newbee takes game number 2. We're going to a game 3. I got to say, 20 minutes into that game, thought for sure this is going to be a quick 2-0 victory.
I think most people thought, well, I did.
Yeah, no, we're not alone in that, that's for sure.
I really underestimated that Medusa wouldn't do, like, she didn't do anything in these fights. And she couldn't save the CK at all. And, you know, it's kind of like a standard meta build now with the Mask of Madness Yasha, but it's there for a reason. It's meta for a reason. It's so you can scale into the late game, like mid-late game, because we saw him in those team fights. He did absolutely nothing.